everyone, thanks for joining me. Today my special guest is Cody Duke. Cody is one of the co-owners of Beacon Risk Advisors here in Brunswick. Cody, thanks for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, Ken.
Well, we're going to talk about Beacon Risk Advisors in just a moment, but let's talk about you first.
Sure.
Why don't you share a little bit about your journey, where you're originally from, where were you born and raised, where you went to school, how you ended up here on the Golden Isles?
Yeah, sure. So I grew up in Tennessee, born and raised there. Right out of high school, I went to college in Nashville. From there, I went to Los Angeles, lived there for 5 years, moved back to Tennessee. But a good friend of mine that lived that was in Los Angeles was from here. Mm-hmm. And so when I moved back to Tennessee and he moved back here, I would come visit, and I loved it. I loved it here, and so I decided to plant my roots.
Well, I grew up in North Carolina, so I know a little bit about Tennesseans. Our perception of people that were from Tennessee is that everybody had a little orange flag with a letter T on their front door. Did you do that?
I did. My whole bedroom was decorated in Tennessee UT Vols posters. Yeah.
And that you all like sat on the front porch and sang Rocky Top all day. Did you do that?
Always.
Well, Cody, just your journey has taken you to many places. Now, sometimes in business, people will say, "Well, that person's a rock star," but now you literally were a rock star, right? You played in a band.
That's right.
What was the name of the band? What did you play? Did you sing?
Yeah, I was a bass guitar player for Zen Rising was the name of the band, and yeah, it was fun. That's what took me out to Los Angeles. I actually had a good friend of mine. His dad was manager of the band, and he called me one day and said, "Hey, Cody, would you be interested in going to Los Angeles with this band just to be a roadie, help them set up, before and after the shows?" And so I said, "Yeah, that sounds like a great time." I was in my early 20s, so I thought, I go to Los Angeles with a rock band sounds like a great time. But right before we left, the bass player dropped out, and I've never played an instrument in my life. And in fact, I was always the one in church when everybody was clapping along. I had no rhythm, no time, So they said, "Well, Cody, we'll teach you how to play." And I said, "Good luck with that." And 3 months later, I was on stage playing a show. So
must have worked. Fast learner, man.
Yeah, good teachers.
Hey, did you cross paths with any famous rock musicians? Did you see anybody famous?
Oh yeah, we met and hung out with a lot of famous people. Snoop Dogg.
Wow.
There was a band called Fall Out Boy. Those were real popular there for a while. Met Billy Bob Thornton.
Wow,
few,
cool.
Few celebrities, yeah.
That's awesome, man. So you landed here in the Golden Isles, and what do you find to be the attraction here? What are some of the things that you like about being in this area? So
when I first moved here, and I was still in my mid-20s at that point, and one thing that really drew me here was the small town feel, but still there's so much to do and so much to see, and there are so many cool restaurants and bars, and I immediately started making a lot of friends here. Mm-hmm. So it's a very welcoming place, and so that was a real key draw. Even when I just came to visit my friend that lived here, it's immediately everybody was just so kind, and there's so much to do, and it's just beautiful here. What are some of the things you like to do here? So I like to go to Jekyll Island, walk the beach, explore out there. My wife and I go a lot of times at sunrise. Mm-hmm. So we'll get up at 4:30, 5 in the morning, drive over, walk the beach for a while, just watch the sunrise. So that's one of our favorite things. Yeah. We like to get out on the golf course as much as possible, and there are so many golf courses here. Yeah, we've played golf together. Yeah. So a lot of really beautiful courses here. So that's really fun. And then, of course, there's so many cool little restaurants and bars around that are just really good and fun to go to. Yeah. Well, a little shout out to your wife Kylie. She is an exceptional photographer, and I love to see your pictures when you all go to those sunrises on Jekyll. Yeah, she is. She's she's an amateur photographer. She doesn't claim to be a photographer. She uses her iPhone to take these pictures, and they're great. They just turn out incredible. They really do. Well, let's talk about Beacon Risk Advisors. How did you come about starting this business? Because you started it from scratch, right? Yeah, Justin and I did. So,
And your business partner.
Business partner is Justin Simpson. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. And so he and I worked together at an insurance company, before we started Beacon, and that company closed down the location that I was working at, and so I had the option to stay with that company and move to Orlando or Savannah, and I said no. I'm staying in the Golden Isles. I love it here. And so I had the choice to go out and find another insurance job or start my own. And so I said, "Hey Justin, if I start my own, are you coming with me?" And he agreed to do it. And so here we are.
Yeah. To start a business from scratch, that's a daunting task. What were some of the challenges that you guys faced as you started this business here in Brunswick?
Yeah, starting a business from scratch is really tough. It was a full year and a half of just any money that came in, putting it into the business. So it meant whatever we had to do, work second jobs, that sort of thing to get by. So we were burning both ends and just really hustling to get the business off the ground. Right. And fortunately it took off way faster than we even expected, and it's going really well. But yeah, it's a struggle starting a scratch business. Yeah.
Speak a moment about the products that you guys offer. You are an insurance company.
So usually when folks ask me what kind of insurance do you sell, I'll tell them pretty much everything except for health insurance. We do homeowners, we do auto, we do flood, we do renters insurance, and commercial insurance. We specialize in short-term rental condos like the Airbnb, VRBO. We specialize in trucking insurance. And we work with a lot of the realtors and lenders in the area and really try to help them help their clients to find the right product.
One of the impressive things about what you do here also is that you're very active in the community, especially around Thanksgiving time. You guys for the last few years have done the food drive. So speak a little bit about that. Yeah,
so the Thanksgiving food drive is just an opportunity to rally the community together and help some folks that need help. And in these COVID times, there are a lot of people out there that really need it. And so the first year, it's just kind of an idea to hey, let's feed a couple families for Thanksgiving this year. And so it went okay. We fed 2 families, and we realized we need to get the word out more. So we said, let's feed 5 families on the second annual food drive, and we ended up feeding 18. And so we were pretty thrilled about that. And then so we said, hey, let's third annual, let's do 20, and we ended up feeding over 100. And
That's
so
incredible.
It grew so fast, and it's such an amazing thing to help people in the community. And it's not one person running the show. We have a whole committee now. We have so many sponsors and donors who contribute to the food drive that makes it what it is every year.
That's an awesome thing that you're doing for the community, and last year was a banner year for that. So how can people find you if they want to locate you? You want to just share a little bit about where you are, where you're located, contact info, things like that?
Yeah, of course. So our office is located by Mary Ross Park. We're at 127 F Street and in downtown Brunswick. You can also reach us at 912-527-6254, or you can email us at Cody@beaconriskadvisors.com.
Good. Well, there you go.
You can also visit our website at beaconriskadvisors.com.
And we're going to put all that info on this video and at the in the information below this video. So Cody, thanks so much for being a part of this today and sharing about your life and about Beacon Risk Advisors. And thank you all for joining and tuning in. So until next time, this is Ken Salcido from Signature Property saying have a wonderful island day.